Hi, it's Mindy here, naturopath and herbalist. I'm talking remedy of the week again this week, and I'm excited to share with you a remedy that I use in practice on the regular. So many of my clients would recognize this remedy because I use it so widely that it is part of my fundamentals in clinic. So I'm talking about not a herb this week, I'm talking about a supplement that I use called NAC. Now, NAC, otherwise called N-acetylcysteine, is an acetylated form of the amino acid cysteine. So it is a source of sulfonyl groups and is naturally found in garlic and onions. So we know how potent and powerful garlic and onions can be. So NAC has mucolytic properties and it breaks down fibrotic mucus secretions by hydrolyzing the disulfide bonds that cross-link mucinomas together. So what that means in non-scientific speak is that it basically breaks down the thickness or the viscousness of that mucus, and it reduces that viscosity alongside its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory actions. It actually enhances glutathione activity and improves the liver function. So one of the things I always say when somebody asks me what can NAC do for you, I always say what can't it do, because it is just such a powerful nutraceutical. I use it personally in my supplement regime because I find that it is just such a wonderful adjunct for longevity, for health and wellness anyway. In our modern world, we have lots of, toxins that we can't avoid, like toxins in the air, for example, that we're breathing. So NAC helps with that detoxification in an amazing way. So indications for N-acetylcysteine include many, many more things than what I've listed here. But some of the main things it's found in the evidence for is cystic fibrosis. So we know one of the hallmarks of cystic fibrosis is that fibrotic mucus that forms in the lung tissue. COPD, where there is that fibrotic tissue of the lung and that, full of fluid in the lungs and unable to kind of breathe properly. And so COPD indications and exasperations can really benefit from the drying effect of N-acetylcysteine. Pneumonia. So when pneumonia, obviously in those presentations, the lungs do fill up with that mucus as well, and NAC can help to clear that mucus. Helicobacter pylori, which is an infection of the duodenum or the small intestine. Liver disease. So liver disease, non-alcoholic and alcoholic liver disease, it can really benefit from N-acetylcysteine. I'll get to why in a minute. Neurological conditions including addiction, depression, schizophrenia, PTSD, bipolar disorder and OCD. Extensive studies have been done on these. COVID-19, a study has been done showing its efficacy against COVID-19. Infertility, lupus, and again, Helicobacter pylori infection. So it is fascinating because it doesn't only just eliminate H. pylori or help to remove it, but it's also the infection of H. pylori as well. Two different things. So NAC is used to counteract paracetamol toxicity orally or intravenously. So detoxification of paracetamol requires high concentrations of glutathione, and excessive glutathione depletion due to an overdose can cause permanent liver damage. So NAC depletion, NAC supplies the cysteine required for the synthesis of hepatic or liver glutathione. So glutathione is made in the liver, and it is one of the most powerful antioxidants of the body, and it improves this synthesis and the way the body uses glutathione. The presence of the acetyl group in NAC compared to just cysteine alone offers a significant therapeutic advantage owing to its enhanced stability and reduced susceptibility to oxidation. So it's basically more absorbed in the body by having an acetyl group attached to the cysteine. So glutathione directly as a supplement is not very well absorbed. It's very hard and not as bioavailable as what NAC is. And it breaks down very, very quickly. Whereas NAC's ability to promote cellular synthesis of glutathione is the preferred option for improving glutathione levels. Every single cell of the body produces glutathione. So levels do begin to decline as we age. So it's a fantastic anti-aging supplement as well. And exposure to everyday toxins in our environment, like I said before, can deplete our glutathione. NAC encourages natural conversion of bioavailable glutathione and has an excellent safety profile in most cases. As always, consult a practitioner before you undertake any remedies or natural medicines. So I use it for many applications in clinic, and it's a wonderful adjunct to support the body with a multitude of issues. So again, it protects the liver, reduces neuropathy symptoms, it's anti-aging, reduces oxidative stress, and it actually helps protect the liver. So amazing. What can't it do is what I always say. So if we're talking about evidence of NAC, we would be here all day. NAC has been extensively studied in the medical literature. They do use it in hospital settings, and it is one of those prominent natural occurring supplements that can help the body in many, many ways. So in an open label randomized controlled trial, NAC pre-treatment reduced H. pylori, so Helicobacter pylori, antibiotic resistance. So H. pylori is usually treated pharmacologically by triple antigen antibiotic therapy, but a number of these infections are antibiotic resistant. And H. pylori is a dangerous bacteria of the gut because it can lead to peptic ulcer disease. So we want to make sure that it's eradicated and gone out of the system. So this study found that the NAC actually reduced the viscousness of the mucus line in the gut, where the H. pylori was more active, and enabled that to become eradicated through the system. So it actually helped the treatment of H. pylori by reducing the amount of mucus that the bacteria was allowed to thrive in. So H. pylori biofilms can only attach where there is enough mucus for them to live. And when that mucus starts to dry up, so does the H. pylori. That's the theory. So the study actually showcased what we already knew in natural medicine, that this is how we use H. pylori for gut afflictions. So there was also a retrospective 2-center cohort study that was conducted to assess the effects of NAC in hospitalized patients with moderate or severe COVID-19 pneumonia. So patients who received standard of care were compared with patients who received standard of care plus NAC at a dose of 1,200 milligrams a day. So, and this was for 14 days, so 2 weeks. Notably, significantly more patients assigned to the NAC group presented with severe disease at the beginning of the trial, so they were sicker than the ones that weren't administered NAC. After supplementing, patients in the NAC group had significantly lower 14-day and 28-day mortality rates compared to the controls. Treatment with NAC led to significantly lower rates of progression to severe respiratory failure, and there was less need for mechanical ventilation compared to the control group as well. So that was a clinical study that was done in hospital settings. So I always think of it as an antioxidant. I always think of it as helping the body to clear infection. So I use it for a wide range of infections, not just COVID. But it is interesting that it has been touted or studied for its efficacy around COVID-19. So it is an amino acid compound that has a huge amount of evidence for its use in multiple applications. And as I said, it prevents hepatic or liver failure in hospital settings for drug-induced afflictions. So I'm going to show you some remedies of NAC that I have with me. And this is how I use it in clinical settings. So I have, first of all, an NAC powder. So this one is by Biomedica. They are a practitioner-only company here in Australia, and I use them for so many of my different remedies, and I love this one because it has some natural berry flavouring in it. So it becomes a superfood compound. This is my own personal stash that I use daily. So it has an amount of red powder, so it has superfood berry extracts in there. It's got a bit of beetroot in there, and it's got some berry powders in there too. So nothing else is in there. There's a little bit of silicon dioxide, natural minerals that help to bind the NAC. But it is a beautiful form of and N-acetylcysteine, and it is a good dose of nearly 1,000 milligrams per scoop. So if we open it up, we can see the powder in there. It's got a nice pinky colour. When we did come down with COVID in 2022, I had my whole family taking a combination of this, vitamin C, zinc, lysine, and quercetin as well, and I called it the pink drink. Whenever I tell my family I'm making pink drink, they all run for the hills because they find it quite potent to take, because it does have that sulfur type flavour to NAC, so they don't love it, but it helps them get better faster. So it is something that I will make my family take from time to time as well. So it comes in a little scoop, and the scoop is not massive, so it's easy to administer and dose. And so that is used in water, and I'm usually mixing it with other powders like my magnesium at night time. So we also have the convenience of capsules for NAC as well. And this is a 590 milligram capsule. So this can be taken twice a day, once a day, depending on the need. But for those that struggle with powders, I always find it really great that in natural medicine we have the ability to have a capsule option. So NAC I always have in my clinic. I have it in plain powder as well without the berries in there, and I use it for a wide range of applications. It has also been studied for its safety in things like pregnancy. Don't take it unless you've seen a practitioner, but it can help with some of those awful symptoms of pregnancy. And there's also been some studies around recurrent pregnancy loss that NAC can prevent that from happening. So it is one of my wonder super nutraceuticals that I absolutely love as a naturopath. So if you don't know much about NAC, I hope you've learned something today. But it is one of my most powerful, my most favourite remedies that I have on offer. Thanks for watching.